computer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm recording this computer.
Okay, cool.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday, September, a brand new month. We're going to get started here in just a minute, but feel free to invite your team. This is going to be a powerful training, and let us know where you're calling from in the chat. If you're new to Powur, when you joined, what city, state you're calling from. We're excited that you're here, and we're excited for today's training.
All right. Cynthia, where are you going?
Her and Katie are driving to a real estate office.
EXP office for a presentation.
Let's go.
You know how I do?
I do.
She does it with Starbucks and coffee, lots of coffee.
Powered by Starbucks.
She should be sponsored.
Totally.
Michigan in the house, heading to Illinois. Nice. Colorado. Rachel in the dentist chair. Okay. Stockton, California, Bill Conley. I'm in Las Vegas, guys.
From the beaches of Venice to the mountains of North Idaho. We're all over the place. All right. Let's get a few more people in and then let's kick this thing off. We got lots to share today. All right. You ready, John?
Yep. Let's rock and roll. Just a friendly reminder, this will be put on YouTube, Jarrett's YouTube, my YouTube, shared and streamed on Facebook. Please stay on mute. We will hold some questions if you want to type them in the chat, and we'll do a little Q&A if we have some time towards the end as well. We will share 2 or 3 quick success stories if you want to speak, if you're newer here especially, and then we want you to type some in the chat. Let's go ahead and kick this off.
All right. And a 1 and a 2. What's up, Solar Warriors? Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. My name's Jarrett McAllister, the Virtual Solar Pro. And if you're watching this on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, do all the things, share it with your fellow solopreneurs. Super excited. This is Tuesday training. I'm alongside my co-host, Jonathan Bernasso, Mr. Tom Cotter. Gentlemen, how are we after this 3-day holiday weekend?
We're still on a holiday here, but some people work. Kids are out of school here for 4 days. 4 days.
Say what?
So,
Wow.
My kids just went back to school today. Like today, last day was the official last day of summer up here. The little ones all went back to school. First day of school. Exciting times. I'll be posting my first day of school pics later on the socials.
That's cute.
Jonathan, are your kids back in school yet?
You know, I was going to say, I don't have any kids that I know of, but happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. You know, it's September. It's a new month, a new energy. I would just say reflect on the last month, set your goals for this month. You know, we still have another strong month or 2 of solar left to go. So what do you want to accomplish, and anchor and tie them to your why and your goals and your family? But I'm excited, Jarrett. It's a new month, new energy. And I think we're just starting to rock and roll as sales are picking up. The contest just ended, and we're freaking going to Florida, Power World this month, baby. Can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, when I heard September, all I could think of was Power World, Orlando, Florida. Let's freaking go. Super exciting. If you haven't gotten your tickets already, I don't even know why you're even on this call. I would assume every single person on this call has their tickets. Their, flights are booked, rooms are scheduled, booked. But yeah, super exciting. But let's rock and roll, man. We have a great training for all of you guys today, Women in Power panel. So let's get to our success stories, jump right on in here. So if you helped someone go solar last week, if you built up your team, overcame some adversity, we want to hear from you. Raise your hand, drop it in the chat. I will call on you. Let's go. While you guys are raising your hands, I would just like to shout out to one of my enterprise accounts, which is an ADT dealership. Someone on the team talked to a new homeowner, mentioned solar, like we taught him to do. They said very interested. He set it up. I knocked it out the park. One call close, and now, yeah, everybody's happy. So yeah, that was last week. Excellent stuff. What else we got out there? Bernasso sold 2 deals last week. Excellent. Great job, brother. Who else? What do we got? I know it was the end of the month, end of the contest. You guys were, closing all those last minute projects. Someone want to share? Bill Conley, I saw your hand raised earlier. You always got something to share. And if not,
I want to give a shout out to Katie Morales here, as well as Cynthia.
Brady is okay. All right.
He's muted.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, just a quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a quick shout out to Katie and Cynthia, guys, real quickly. They both were at Powur Day headquarters in Carlsbad. Katie's brand new, a few weeks into Powur, and they're driving to a presentation at an EXP real estate office in Redlands right now because Katie made the calls, put in the time, did the introductions, introduced Cynthia. They're going to go present to a room full of real estate agents. How freaking cool is that? So shout out to 2 amazing, powerful women here, one new and one 9 years in the industry. So great success story.
You almost said one old. I saw that. You caught yourself. Very good.
She's not old. She's young.
She's not old, but you almost did that. All right, Bill. Okay, you're up, dude. I laid the ground for you. Opened up the doors, and you're slipping, bro.
I'm sorry. Look, I just got a call from a guy. I had to confirm a site visit right in the middle of things. They're going to come see him today, so I had to take his call. In honor of Cynthia, I have set up a real estate presentation for a real estate group, Keller Williams, in my area, 3 different offices. So they're going to set me up for that. That's a great thing. But I really want to share what happened. Well, first of all, congratulations to Jared Foster, my man here in Stockton, California. He's got like 16 points, made some money, is rocking and rolling on the platform. But my last success, one of my last successes, because I was not going to be daunted in going to Mexico, I met a guy as I'm charging up Lucy, which is my pet name for my Lucid, which is the phenomenal car. I'll take you all in a ride and scare the pants off of you. It is phenomenal. But I meet this guy while I'm charging up, Alejandro Tesoro, and he's obviously speaks a little bit more Spanish than I do. But we hit it off a little bit. I said, hey, you know what? It would be really neat if you could get solar on your car, because he's got 3 years of free charging like I do. And that time's going to come up pretty soon. And we end up making a deal for his house. 150% of his usage was 9 kilowatts. And he says, I don't think I've got enough. So we go up to 12.75 kilowatts. And, we'll make the appeal to PG&E to get by it. But he's going to make sure that he has enough power to charge his car. He commutes to the Bay Area every day from Lodi or Stockton. That's 140 miles, whatever, both ways. So there it is. Doesn't matter where you are. I happen to be at the EV charging station out there in the world, in the wilds. You meet anybody, anywhere, anytime, and just talk solar, talk about, what are they doing with their crazy power bill. And it was essentially a 1 meet, 1 call, 1 and done close for 2 battery, 2 Tesla Powerwall bus systems, and a 12.75 kilowatt hour system. So right there at the end, making sure that we had 29 points. Melia, I pray that you're in there and that we've got you, because you're right there on the cusp. We're going to go, girl. Thank you very much. I love my Power family.
And we love you too, Bill. Great job, man. And great job to everybody. All of a sudden, all the success came rushing in the chat. Everybody dropping how they sold. Philip said 2 on Friday. Aleyu got another one in his community. And shout out Jordan Shaw to your daughter, first year on her heart checkup. Little heart warrior, we love you. Thank you everybody for sharing your success. Awesome stuff.
Love it.
All right. Like I said, we got an incredible panel for you guys today. So we're going to keep this thing moving. Jonathan, was there a couple updates you want to share before we get on to the panel?
Yeah, guys, thank you. Congrats to all the success. Thank you for typing it in the chat. Some real quick things before we hand it off to an amazing group of trainers. Big shout out to last month's success before we get to the sales contest. Last month, Jordan Shaw, 13 tier 3 mentor deals. Holy cow. And I bet if we look over here at personal sales, Melia 9, I feel like there was some tag team partnership going on there. So shout out to those partnerships that are out there. Owen Carey representing here, William Contreras, Mohammed, Ishmael, Leonard Mitchell, Cynthia, Craig, and Eric Goldstein, tier 3 mentor sales, personal sales. Holy cow.
Dude, look at our boy Rhino out in Hawaii. That
Insane.
is incredible.
32 personal deals in 1 month. Guys, I think I had the record at 28. So I've been dethroned. 32 Rhino. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Raj, Joel, Melia, 4th place. Amazing. Brian, Tyler, Leonardo, Avram under Isaac and my brother's team, crushing it in New Jersey. Jimmy and Joseph Martachek, shout out to you guys. And then rounding out the 3rd dashboard here, recruiting, team building, if you want to. TST always just shows off and flexes. Zach Bach, Van, of course, Charles Thompson, TST Mike, TST Jesse, TST Andrew, Tiara, TST Georgina, possibly, Jose, and Carrie. My goodness, team building in a massive way. So shout out to last month. And then real quick, rounding out the top 30 in the summer sales contest, a few other people might sneak in, by the way. I think Owen might be able to sneak in, but the top 30 to go to Mexico. Points are not done. This is not final. But Melia, I think you're like 90% going to Mexico, my friend. And just a massive shout out to all the people here that have earned almost $500,000, guys. I mean, my goodness, starting from down here, over 95 people that earn thousands of dollars of extra money. Mohammed, Genesis, Jarrett McAllister, Tracie, a lot of familiar names here on this call. Myself, Craig, Jarrett Foster, we just heard, Eric Goldstein, Brian Oates, just tons and tons of people. Isaac Grossman, Colby West, tons of you guys on this call and on the team right here. Power Hitters, Solar Warrior Tribe, Melia, top 30, Bill Conley, big shout out. Julian Todd, Avram, Mike Craner, Jonathan, Charles Wilson. Love that guy. Jordan Shaw and Nicholas Messenger are not messing around. Those two are an amazing partnership. Joseph Martachek on the call. Too many names to count. But boy, did we have...
That's what I'm interested. That's what everybody wants to see, because as we all know, you could sell a ton of deals, but it's about deals that stick, you know, and these points and numbers are going to get adjusted over the coming weeks, month. I don't know when the official date is. If it's by, I'm guessing it's probably by Power World, right? Whatever your points are at that time.
Yeah, I'm sure that in the next 2-3 weeks at Power World, they'll hopefully announce and finalize all the numbers, and they are going through that this week as well.
I feel like Joel has come in second on these contests numerous times to you and your brother. And like, it seems like every year the summer contest, he always came in second. And I love Rhino. I mean, I freaking love that dude. He's an absolute stud. But I'm rooting for Joel to pull this one out, because it's just, like I said, every year he's come up just a little bit short, and holy smokes, did he put pedal to the metal. He doesn't own an EPC, you know, like Rhino. I mean, this guy is just out there, boots on the ground, hustling the doors with his team and making it happen. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
100%. Massive shout out to Rhino and Joelle duking it out for first place, making over $45,000 in addition to their commission. In addition, one of them is going to get a freaking Ford Mustang electric vehicle, guys. How insanely amazing. And the top 30 people are going to go to Mexico, build a home for a family sleeping on the floor, and then get wined and dined in Valle de Guadalupe, zip lining, restaurants, the whole 9 yards. So I can't wait for that. And to celebrate these people in Florida at the gala. My goodness. I hope you're there to celebrate with us. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, everyone, for participating. I want to just do a quick call to action here. Be present for the next 40 minutes, guys. We're going to hear from an amazing, powerful group of solar warriors, of solar consultants, of different backgrounds, from construction, remodeling, real estate, sales, even project management, construction. I mean, how freaking cool. If Cynthia wasn't driving to a real estate office, she'd even be up here as the 5th person as well. Some of these ladies are tier 3 mentors. Some of them I've known for a long, long time. Some of them I've known for a short time. But regardless if they've sold 5 deals or 500 deals, they have taken action. They have posted on social media. They continue to show up. They continue to be positive. They continue to contribute and add value like they are doing today. So let's give them some love in the chat. Round of applause for all the women in power, all the women in solar. We need more. And I'm proud to say, I don't know of any other damn company doing a woman solar training, y'all. So with that, my esteemed friend that I've known for 5 years now, Marisa, is going to be leading this amazing panel. Her and her husband are badass real estate agents, broker owners, business owners. They let me close about 8 or 9 of their deals when they joined me 5 years ago. And she was like, you know, I'm tired of giving you 50%, Jonathan. I'm doing this for myself. And she is amazing. So Marisa, with that, take it away. We're all excited for you ladies today.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jonathan and Jared and Tom. I want to first start off by thanking you guys for giving us an opportunity to share with the team and share with the Power community why we love solar, why we do solar, and a little bit about how we do solar. So like Jonathan said, I met him about 5 years ago. My name is Marisa Fletcher. I am not only a part of the panel, but I am also one of the hosts. And it's going to be myself, Miss Tracie, Miss Ashley, and Miss Melia in no particular order, but we're coming on to share with you guys today. So the flow of what this is it's a panel, but there's 4 of us. So we wanted to make sure that we gave you guys valuable information in a good snippet of time. So what we're going to do is we have got these questions that we're going to be answering for you guys. So we're going to share with you guys a little bit about us when it's our turn to present. And then we're going to answer these 3 questions. Don't worry about taking a screenshot. We're going to pull those questions up again, but just wanted to give you guys an idea of the flow. Okay. So, and then again, afterwards, we will be open to take some questions from the group because there will be a little bit of time left and we'll get you out of here right at 11 a.m. So let's get the show going. We are going to get started with Miss Tracie. So Miss Tracie Canoni, she is a California native. I hope I didn't say your last name wrong, Tracie. I just know you as Tracie, okay? Miss Tracie. But she is a California native, born in San Francisco, raised in the Bay Area, mother of 2 sons, Dominic and Donovan. And she's also a national certified interior designer. So Tracie's going to share with us for the next 9 or 10 minutes or so. She's going to answer those key questions for us, but she's going to share with the group why Power, why we do what we do, and give you guys some tips on how to help your business grow. So Tracie, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Marisa. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today and kind of share my story with you. Hopefully kind of get you energized to just keep on moving forward. But first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to one of my lifelong friends. Without him introducing me to this industry, I wouldn't know how powerful Power is. So thank you so much, Jared McAllister, for introducing me to Power. So my story starts about a year and a half ago. I'm an architectural designer by trade. I've been doing architectural design for about 20 years now, for commercial and residential. And I called up Jared. I was like, you know, my clients need solar. What do you think about me becoming a solar rep for them? He's like, love it. Love the idea. Let's go. Signed up for Powur that day. I think that weekend there was a 3-day Powur online meeting, and I was like, okay, I'm in. Let's do this. I fell in love with the vision Powur had. I'm like, this is great. I love the philosophy that they gave. From there, I just kind of kept moving forward. I became tier 3 fairly quickly with my my current clients that I had. I think I reached tier 3 in about 4 months. Soon after that was Mentor Factory. I just kind of wanted to keep on going, keep this momentum going. I went to Mentor Factory by myself. I didn't really know anybody, just from people on Zoom. Met Jonathan Bernassa there, Larry McKinney, Elu Lee, so many great people, the Bills, very welcoming. Everyone was just so kind and open because I'm new to the industry, didn't know anything about sales. So from then I just kind of kept moving forward, and then I hear about these Cynthia slides. I'm like, what are these Cynthia slides? So I dived into that as well. Really studied how Cynthia did her presentations for realtors. So then I started, you know, trying to go out to realtor events, broker tours, set up booths. I, you know, reached out to John Bomness about how to do booths. Everyone in Powur is just so welcoming and inviting to help me along on this journey, which was really amazing. So from there was Powur World. Powur World, hands down, if you haven't gone, it's a must. From there, it was truly life-changing for me. Not only did the breathwork exercise, but just going out and being surrounded by such great people, such great motivators, and all the education that was just coming to me. So it was so great. From then I learned about BNI. I'm like, what is this BNI? Everyone talks about BNI. I went into BNI kind of with the wrong mindset. I went in thinking, oh, you know, I'm just going to get sale after sale. That wasn't the case. Once I changed my mindset on how BNI really truly is, things started opening up for me. Kind of moving forward to today, this last year, I've read more books than I have in my last 20 years. You know, being in BNI just opened up so many things for me, not only about the giver's gain mentality, but how my personal growth as a mom, as a businesswoman running 2 businesses, and just learning how to give back to the community and to our friends and family. You know, being a part of this group, I just know that, you know, this renewable energy is the future, no matter how we look at it. Fast forward today, like I said, I've made 5 sales in a month that I have never thought I have done, you know, never done before in my life. And then also potentially landed one of the biggest commercial solar sales that I have. That would be a life-changing experience for me as well. So that's kind of my story, that's my journey so far, but it definitely is not my end of my journey. I am going to keep moving forward. It's just one day after the next, keep growing. Being present is like the most important thing. And yeah, just be here, be present.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Tracie, for sharing your story. We still have a few moments, and I wanted to ask you a few key questions. Now, I did hear it in your story, but I just wanted to ask again. Now, you mentioned motivation, people that motivated you. Can you talk a little bit more about the people that motivated you to join solar, and then besides Jared, and then what keeps you in solar? What keeps you going?
One thing is definitely my clients. I hear so many, you know, bad stories about solar consultants that are undersizing, oversizing, you know, just really bad experiences that I want to be that solar consultant that they know and trust. So that's a big push for me, for my clients. Not only that, it's the Powur team. I know that I have this great team behind me to ask questions constantly, like Owen Carey, Justin Lynch. I mean, I can name a bunch of people that I can just reach out to, and they're willing to help me along my journey, because I want to make sure that I'm knowledgeable and I'm giving that value back to my clients.
Awesome. Awesome. That is the beautiful thing about the Powur community. It's actually a community, and we can reach out to someone that we've never met before and get help, get advice. I love it. Before we go, what last advice would you give to anyone, or what last piece would you like to add as far as advice that you would like to give someone that's in the industry now to encourage them to keep going? What would you say?
Don't give up. Wake up each day, try a little bit harder than the day before. And don't be afraid to ask for help. There's been plenty of times where I look back and I'm like, am I making the right decision? I'm putting so much effort into this industry and I'm not getting it back. So reset your mind and think about it another way. Learn how to give more, and then you'll receive more.
I love it. I love it. That sounds like that giver's gain mentality from D&I. I love that. I love that. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tracie, for sharing with us. We greatly appreciate your insight, your input into our solar community, and we look forward to seeing you go out on that impact journey.
All right.
Awesome. All right. We are now going to go to our very next woman of power. And that's going to be Miss Melia King. So Melia started, she came from the project management industry, and I'm going to let her tell you how she felt about that. And right when she came in, she dived right in and went into Powur World. Melia has a mission in life to make a positive impact through helping people transform and grow. So Melia, I am going to pass the floor over to you and let you share your story about Powur.
Trying to unmute. Thank you so much, Marissa. Hi, everyone. My name is Melia King. I'm located in Venice Beach, California. So it's crazy because exactly 1 year ago, so September 1st of 2023, I put in my resignation for that property management job. It was one of those jobs that I would go to, I'd clock in, I'd clock out, and I would literally just watch the clock waiting until 6:30 until I can go home. I worked every weekend, I worked every holiday, so I missed out on all the barbecues, the Labor Day events, the 4th of July. I worked every New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and so I missed out on a lot. And so I was looking for something, and a friend introduced me to Powur, and I was able to start it part-time. I was able to go through as much of the training as I could. And really what I realized is how incredible this platform is, because I didn't have like a strong leadership above me because my friend was new also. And so we kind of trudged this road together, and I was able to tap into all of the different market development meetings and product training. And as months went by, I fell more and more in love with Powur and more in love with the solar industry. And I knew Powur World was coming up in September, and I really wanted to go, and nothing was going to stop me. I couldn't get the days off work, so I quit my job. And I went to Powur World. So that was kind of my journey into this industry, as I was really looking for something. I was looking for freedom. I was looking for flexibility. I was looking for growth. I was looking for fulfillment and purpose and passion. And I mean, everything that my job was looking, I was seeking. And so that's what initially attracted me to this field. Do you want to go to the next slide, Marissa? So who inspires me in my work? A lot of it actually comes down to my mom. So growing up, my mom was a single mom with 4 kids, and we really struggled. So I have, it's really important for me to develop something that can, like, long-term security and stability. And then also, when my mom gets older, I want to be able to take care of her. In my property management job, there was no room for growth. There was no big future there. And so for me, what inspires me every day to wake up is I'm building a future here, not just for me, but eventually when I have kids and a family, and when my mom gets old, right? This is something that can be a lasting, like a legacy, something that I can leave to my kids. And to stay motivated, I mean, this last year has been incredibly hard for everybody in the industry. We saw some big players go down, Titan and SunPower. So there's been a big shakeup in the industry. I didn't know I was jumping into the solar industry with no sales experience and no solar experience in the hardest year in solar. So I actually started right after NEM3, and it was hard. It was really hard. But I had this vision of like, I'm not giving up. I know what's possible. I know the need that people have. Like, bills are so freaking high. There's a huge need, and we have something that can actually solve that problem. I have the ability to help others. So for me, it's like just not giving up. And there were definitely days where I struggled. And that's where the Powur platform and the community, like what Tracie was talking about, this community has really lifted me up. Tracie mentioned a few names, and I can go through the same thing. So many people help me out. John Bobness and Jason Leach and Jordan Shaw. And like, there's been just so many people that have had my back and have helped lift me up. When I have those hard days, I'm able to reach out and ask for support, because the industry is a tough industry, right? And we have to stay focused and motivated and lift each other up. And so, if you're new, one piece of advice, I mean, when I was just getting started, the first thing I did is I made an announcement post of like, I'm excited about this. It's something I'm going to be doing for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And I just put it out on Facebook. I made an announcement. The second thing is I went to Powur World. That was the most important decision I ever made, because it was at Powur World I got to experience the culture and meet Jonathan Budd and meet all the leaders. And it was at Powur World I met tier 3 mentors that eventually helped me close my first few projects. So if you do not have your ticket to Powur World, buy it today. Like, there's literally no excuse not to go. That is, like, hands down, that is the first decision that rocketed me into this whole last year of crazy momentum. The second thing, if you're new, is tap into that calendar. There's a Powur calendar in your back office that has all the product training, all the market development meetings. There's so many resources available. Sync that calendar to your cell phone, to your Google Calendar, and go to those trainings as much as you can. Tap in, turn on your camera, engage with us. Like, we are here to help you. It's not just a solar company. We have this culture, right? We're a certified B corporation where it fosters a culture of, like, we're all philanthropic, right? Oh gosh, I'm gonna mess that up. So we have this culture of philanthropy, right? We are here to help you. And that's our culture here. So turn on your camera, engage with us, show up to the meetings. And then the third thing is, don't try to be the expert. There's so many people here to help you. You don't have to try and figure it out on your own. You don't have to go door knocking by yourself. You don't have to call construction companies by yourself. You don't have to call roofers by yourself. We are really here to help you, because when we help you grow, that makes Powur stronger. And that's the bottom line, is we want to be the strongest solar industry in America. We want to go worldwide. We have a big vision long term. And so if it starts with you, right? It starts with me. And so if I can learn and develop and grow into who I need to be the person that I need to become a leader, which then in turn I get to help the new person coming in, and then you do the same. And then, right, it becomes a ripple effect. And that's how we get to be so strong. So it starts by tapping in. Go to Powur World, non-negotiable. Tap into that Powur calendar. Get on the Powur Pioneers Facebook group, because there's some big announcements. Jonathan Budd put some big announcements on that Facebook group. And then also like be vocal on Facebook. I do a lot of stuff on stories, just whatever I'm doing in the day, what I'm eating, when I go to the gym, a solar contract I just signed, a design I'm doing, a presentation. I mean, I put everything on my stories, and my biggest client reached out to me on social media. And that client has 32 homes across state lines. So you never know who's watching you, right? Clean up your social media, make sure that it's more professional, not a bunch of party pictures or drinking pictures. If you really want to build your brand, super, super important because people are watching you. So that's kind of the advice that I have, right? Go to Power World, tap into that calendar, work with a mentor. Don't try and be the expert. Really use the tools. Don't try to be the tool, use the tools, because that's the duplicatable process. And then the last thing is on Facebook, just live out loud. Don't try and be that secret agent. But I think with that, I will wrap up. Thanks, Marisa.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I heard a lot of little nuggets in there that I'm going to take away, especially you don't have to be the expert. Don't try to be the expert. There's someone here that can answer that for you or help you with that. Or you can tag a tier 3 mentor and they can help you with that until you learn and get to where you need to go. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Melia. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong, but thank you. Thank you. With that, we are going to move now to Miss Ashley. So guys, Miss Ashley, please allow me to introduce her. She's 38 and grew up in good old sunny California. She's got 2 girls, aged 9 and 12, and she just moved to Texas, her and her family, just this year, April. August 10th, she also graduated with an MBA from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So congratulations, Miss Ashley. That's a huge deal, big deal. Miss Ashley is here with Power, and she's going to come on now and share with us all a little bit about herself and her journey, and then she's going to answer our panel question. Ashley, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Marisa. Can you all hear me? Okay, cool. So my name is Ashley, and you all might know me as John and Chris's project manager. I joined Power not with the intention of being a salesperson. I came in with a construction and management background. So I had no solar sales experience. I didn't know anything about solar when I started the industry back in 2019. I previously had ran my husband's dad's company, and I managed the office for 10 years. And my husband's dad died in 2019, and our business shut down. So we both were looking for work to do. And I came across a post on Facebook for a project management position. And I said, well, why not? I have construction background. I'll just take it. It happened to be in solar. So it was a 9 to 5, I was driving an hour and a half every day. My kids were with the daycare all day long, at school and then after school, and I was commuting. I taught myself everything I knew, right? I didn't know anything about it, but I figured it's construction. I can figure it out. So I worked there for 4 years, and it became not healthy to work there. So I was looking for something else. And one of my coworkers, Danny Laviaga, had heard about Power, and he tried to convince me to come over to Power. And I had told him, I can't be a non W-2 employee. I have kids. I need a full-time job. And he actually connected me with Jonathan and Chris, and we chatted, and they asked if I would work with them. And I have to say, it's been the best 2 years of my life that I've ever expected. Working from home during COVID, I realized that being home with my kids was more important to me than working at a 9 to 5 and driving all day long. So I immediately looked for that remote position. And I figured if I was able to do it in an office setting, why couldn't I do it at home? So I came on board with John and Chris in 2022, and I was helping manage their files. I think at one point I had over 150 jobs that we were trying to put through the system. And I'm still learning, right? But in that time, I had just told my friends and family that I had started a new job, in the same industry. But my friends and family started reaching out to me. So I actually ended up selling 10 deals within my first year of Powur. And that seeing that extra money was life changing for me, right? Like I never in my life would have pictured, me making what I did on top of my salary. So John, I just want to say thank you for believing in me and allowing me to help you and your team grow. And do what I do. Marisa, you can go to the next slide. So I just shared a little bit about my journey into the solar industry, but who or what inspires me to work and wake up, right? It's my kids, right? First and foremost, I work for my kids to be able to give them that life and be part of their activities. Because when you work a 9 to 5, a lot of the times you're missing out on those most, special memories. So I have seen a change in my kids, being around my kids and me being able to participate more than I would, thankfully, because of the opportunity, through Powur and being able to work with such an amazing people. And my job's a little different, right? So I'm more on the backside, right? So I am making sure everybody's customers are happy, right? Because in the end, if our customers aren't happy, we're not happy, right? So I try to give that top level service to our clients and our customers, and even my own personal customers. And that's what makes me motivated, is when our customers are happy, right? And what advice would you give others looking into the industry? Just go for it, right? I was scared. I didn't know anything about it, and I taught myself. So like Melia and Tracie and everybody said, is up level yourself, right? Do the training, show up, be present, ask for help. Yeah, I could probably close my own deals if I wanted to, but I still like to work with a tier 3 because they're a little bit more knowledgeable than I am, right? So don't ever be afraid to have somebody help you. We have so much training, whether it's, on Powur Calendar or Powur World, whatever, right? Be active, follow your goals, speak it into the universe, and it will come. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Ashley. We have a few more moments, and I'm going to share a little bit about Miss Ashley. She is very humble. She's a humble woman, and she knows the power that she has. We have to speak it for her because she won't. So Ashley is amazing. She jumped in, learned everything she needed to know, because I was at Powur before she were the Solar Twins project manager. So I saw what it was before, and I saw what it was once she got here. Just amazing with the back end, always very helpful. And all of us, we greatly appreciate you for that, Ashley. So I just wanted to put that out there. We want to make sure you know that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. And then with that, I will go on to my portion of the panel and introduce myself. So Jonathan already gave me the best introduction ever. So thank you, Jonathan. But just to tag a little bit more onto that, I am a part of a husband and wife real estate team. That's my hubby there. And we've been doing real estate over 20 years. We owned a big box brokerage about 4.5 years ago. And yeah, real estate is my jam. It's our passion. It's what we do. In my real estate business and in our business, solar kept coming up. So I'm actually answering what got me interested in solar. So solar kept coming up. We kept having clients that were getting either door knocked for it or getting solar from somewhere, not understanding what they were getting into, and then coming to us later with questions that we could not answer. About 5 years ago, we were blessed and lucky enough to be introduced to Jonathan Bernasso. Saw a post on Facebook, joined immediately, linked up with Jonathan a little bit later, and like you said, gave him our first 8 or 9 real estate clients, the people that we love and hold dear to us because they're just part of our family now. Gave them to Jonathan, and we sat on the call as just regular tier, and I'm like, as he's doing the calls and showing them the benefit of solar and cutting these bills down, I'm like, hey, I can do that. I can help my clients by doing that. Started learning everything that I could about solar, just like the other ladies mentioned. Plug into the calendar, plug into Power World, get connected, learn as much as you possibly can. And in a period of time, you can be a tier 3 mentor if that's what your goal is, if that's where you want to be. So basically that's what I did. A little bit more about me. I've got a degree from Dominguez. I was blessed to go on 2 home builds with Power. I got lucky on the first one, and Jonathan just took me along with him on a home build. So I got lucky on the first one. I hung out with Jared, and I just met everybody, and we had a blast. And it was a life-changing experience for me. I had never done anything like that before or seen that personally, firsthand, up close. So it was life-changing. If you haven't gone on one of the home builds, please, you want to do that. But I was fortunate enough to go on 2. One, I got lucky, like I said, and I tagged along. And then a few years later, I was able to place in the impact journey and be able to go for a second time. That time I was able to help 14 families. Most were tier 3. A few of those were personal, kind of like our girl Melia here. Same thing that she's doing, right? And the way that we were able to do that, or I was able to do that, is just by plugging in every day, listening to something power related, making sure that, I just kept my mind on solar and kept my mouth on solar. Another huge part of that was BNI. So just to break that down a little bit, it stands for Business Networking International. And it is an international group of business professionals that meet every single week to talk about each other's businesses and look for referral partners or referrals for each other's businesses. If you haven't been to a BNI meeting, they're free to go to, the first 1 or 2, and then you have to decide if you want to join the group or not. I will say that that was a game changer. I joined that when I joined Power for my solar business. And like I said, game changer, okay? When I joined, I didn't expect to get any business at all for the first year. I said, I'm just gonna learn my craft, learn how to give a 30-second elevator pitch, learn how to talk about this succinctly. Within that very first year, I had 7 BNI closings within my first year, okay? So BNI is really big. It's one of the things that keeps me motivated every day, right? Not every day, but every week. Really, it's every day, but every week. I know I got to get on this meeting. I got to perform. I got to show up as the business professional that I am. There is no slacking, okay, in our business. Our goal has always been to provide the highest level of customer service to our real estate clients. And solar is a part of that. Those families marry, they're in the same family. So just like we help our clients with their real estate needs, we turn around and help them with those solar needs. And we know that they're going to get honest information. They're not going to be misled, and they're going to get exactly what they need for their situation. Okay. And then last thing on my slide was, because of Power, because of this amazing community, because of the business opportunity that was set in front of me, it allowed me and my husband to adopt our last child at birth. So he's 1.5 years now. It's been an amazing journey watching my 1.5 year terror do the things that he does. And I get to do all that and still run a very productive solar business virtually from my desktop. Okay, so I just wanted to share that story. One of the things that I do, if I go into my 3 questions, again, what brought me into the solar industry? It was our real estate business and our love for our real estate clients to make sure that they are not getting taken advantage of. Okay, the things that motivate me, besides my family, besides my friends, I'm going to say BNI. It motivates me business-wise. It keeps me on my toes. Every week, I got to show up in front of these professionals and talk about my business. Okay. And then the advice that I would give is just like the other ladies gave, right? I'll just tag on to that. Solar is about lifelong learning, right? You're always learning when you're a part of the solar game, whether you were in at NIM 2, whether you were in at NIM 3, just like one of the ladies mentioned, those 2 worlds were different, but we can still survive. We can still be strong in those worlds by just doing the things that we do. Show up every day, give 110%, and never give up, just like the girls talked about. Another thing that we do is we grow. We build ourselves developmentally, and we grow on that. Now I'm able to speak in front of groups, kind of the same thing Cynthia does. I've got a presentation in a couple of weeks at a real estate office to talk to them about solar, right? My business is all referral, and that's how we grow our businesses. So with that, I don't think I have anything else to add to that. Of course, I'm not going to ask myself questions, right? I think I answered all the questions, but I am going to give the floor back. I'm going to give the floor back to the group. There's still 10 minutes to top of the hour. And I want to know if there's anybody in the audience or anybody in the group that has questions for any of the ladies here on the panel today. or anything that we shared with you guys? Don't be shy.
Well, first of all, well done. So impressive to hear all of your stories, guys. Let's give them some love in the chat, maybe something that you enjoyed hearing. We do have one question. I want to do some Q&A. So I think Melia actually, Home Depot and how you show up there and how you book leads there. Maybe you could talk on that a little bit. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Jonathan. So yeah, Home Depot's been an amazing project. So Powur rolled out this retail program partnering with Home Depot. So I'm actually running the Marina Del Rey Home Depot with Jordan Shaw. We have some amazing people in there like Adam and Ishmael and Nick and myself. So we have a team of people. We try and break up the hours. And, I had done some door knocking training. I listened to a ton of door knocking videos on YouTube and from Joelle Gossett, who's a master at door knocking. And so being at Home Depot, it was kind of like door knocking where I just get to go and approach these people in Home Depot. And if they're not homeowners, I talk about the ambassador program. If they're a contractor, I talk about the ambassador program. If they're a homeowner, of course, I set a consultation. So I've been extremely busy with Home Depot, and that's just one of the referral partners that I've set up. Marisa and Tracie also touched on BNI, also in BNI. And then I'm also part of Exclusive Academy of Real Estate Professionals. No real estate background, but there's this group of real estate professionals that meet to share their listings and closings and needs and wants. So I get to represent solar in that group, and I'm the only solar person in that group. So there's so many different ways to get leads. People always complain like, how do you get leads? How do you get leads? There's a lot of different avenues. So Home Depot is an amazing one. If you want more information on the Home Depot program, happy to send you info on that. But being in the store, you have to be quick, right? People don't want to have a full long conversation about their utility bill. You have to spark interest quickly and then move on. So that's a whole nother training in itself.
Awesome.
Jonathan, back to you.
Awesome. Jonathan, were there any more questions in the chat by chance? Or does anyone want to come off of mute and throw a question our way? Not even you, Bill.
The other thing I will say is, in 1 year, I didn't think that I would really make that big of a difference, but I was able to go from a newbie in sales and solar into the top 30, this last month, closing 9 contracts in 1 month. So, the opportunity is like, it's literally in the palm of your hands. And I'm so excited for you. If you're new or if you're seasoned, right? We are coming into the best year of solar yet because a lot of the rates are going to come down. So it's just going to be like, it's the best time to be in the solar industry, I believe.
It is. I'm going to agree with that.
I just got to speak to that very quickly because I met Melia at last year's Powur conference, and she was a newbie. She literally was brand new and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. She had a phenomenal attitude, but I thought, oh, well, we'll see. Just like we do with everybody. There wasn't any guarantee or anything, but I will tell you what, between then and now, it is worlds of difference. And it's so amazing to see that anybody can do this thing. And I'm not saying you're anybody, Melia, you are absolutely, an example of somebody who took the bull by the horns and just did what was in front of you, didn't ask a lot of questions, but just did it. And now, we're going to Mexico. I think we are. And it's phenomenal. It's just the stuff that dreams are made of that we get to see right in front of us happen to each of us. We're human beings. We're not, any one of us necessarily special. We all are God's creation. We're all very special, but you're just saying, oh, well, I could never do that. Or, I don't think, but she did it and I watched it happen. And I'm just personally gratified to see it from then till now. So just in a year's time, anything can happen. if you're at a place where you say, well, gosh, I haven't been able to do it. Maybe you've been in power for 3 years and it's not happened for you. And you say, just gosh, when will it ever happen for me? All these other people are just superstars and whatever. It doesn't take that. It takes persistence and consistency. It's all it takes is just being persistent and consistent, and it will work. So bravo, congratulations. Great job today, ladies. Thank you.
I love it.
Thanks,
Thank you
Bill.
so much, Bill. We appreciate you, my friend, and everything he said. Yes, consistency, hard work, just showing up every day, continuing to do what you do, not giving up. Right? Those are the traits, and those are the things that all of us have talked about that keep us in this business and keep us motivated and taking us from point A to point B. So Ashley, there was a question for you. You've got to come off mute, my friend. So the question was like 10 deals in a short period of time, or in 1 year, 10 deals. I can't remember the period of time, but all from social media. What did you post on social media?
So if I remember correctly, I had solar on my own home. And so I think it was probably just me posting that and my electric bill. And it just was from friends or family. And 2 of them were like a sister, right? So that was 2. And then a referral from someone else. And it just kind of trickled. And then actually the 2 sisters that I installed last year, their dad called me and I signed that last couple weeks ago. So it all has just been referral based. I don't post a whole lot on my social media. I'll share here and there because again, it's not my number one, right? But I think it was just a photo of my solar on my own home and how much I was saving.
There you go. And putting that information out there and letting people know you're not only in the industry, you are a product of the industry, right?
Right.
And
awesome.
And just in case you don't have a bill or a picture to share, it's in the chat. So there you go. There's 2 or 3 Edison bills and a picture of solar, guys. So it's like, hey, how would you like to have a $15 Edison bill or a bill that's negative below the line? And then there's a picture of solar. That and a lot more can be found on the Google Drive link in the chat as well. So just in case, I want to get rid of that excuse that you don't have a bill or a picture to share. And if you look in the chat, guys, I swear every year I love this, using this one in the summertime. Snoop Dogg, me checking electric bill. Please don't be high. Electric bill, Snoop Dogg. I send this to clients that don't reply to me, that ghosted me. I put it on social media. I shared a bunch of Labor Day stuff yesterday, of course, but that picture has won me deals and re-engaged customers. So it's good humor. There's your social media shareables of the day.
Thank you, JV. As always, we appreciate you. You see that community working? He's sharing social media with us. I love it. I love it. So, okay, were there any last questions in the chat before we wrap this up and give you your day back?
Marisa, you didn't show a baby photo.
Oh, I didn't. I don't
Are
know if I.
Are you okay if we do?
Oh, do you have one?
I mean, I'm just ready. I'm just waiting for it. Like, guys, look at this angel. Oh my God. If that's not a why.
Oh, my nugget.
Okay, one more.
Okay, one more.
Look.
My why.
I love when moms can work virtual and help homeowners and raise their kids. It's honestly like the most gratifying thing to hear ever. So hats off to you, ladies.
Thank you. And on that note, we're going to give you your day back. We appreciate you guys for joining in and participating, and we'll see you guys at Power World.
Woohoo! Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ladies. Great job, everyone.
Tag your tier 3 mentors, all these ladies. Share this recording. We appreciate you guys immensely for adding value. The recording will be posted on Jarrett's YouTube. Thank you, everyone.
You got it. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week.